realize, don't you, we haven't really thought this through.
It's too late to back out now, pal.
Oh, it's been an incredible 24 hours. I think we're a little long on emotion and short on logic.
We know that we love each other.
Well, we've always loved each other. We always will. That's not enough.
It feels different now.
Why? Because I shot Ace Landrace, and now you know, you're finally convinced I'm out of
Joe,
line.
come on. I know you were. I don't question that.
How do you know I won't go back?
Because you said you wouldn't.
I've lied to you before.
I know what it cost you to get out. We've been through this before. You won't go back. I know that.
What about Johnny's objections to us?
We'll have my mother's blessing.
Well, what's that going to do to them?
That's something they'll have to work out, not us.
What about Mary?
Well, I've thought a lot about that, and I think you were right to a certain degree. I did blame you for her death, but now that I can admit that to myself and to you, I think I can deal with it. And if I find that I can't, I will get professional help, but I won't let it get in the way anymore. Joe, I know that you're playing devil's advocate, but you don't have to.
No.
I'm so sure
no,
that we
I'm
can
not.
work.
I'm not just playing devil's advocate. Questions about your safety are real, and they're very serious.
All right. If I continue on the police force, not in the organized crime squad, I'll transfer out of that. My life is already at risk. Now, that's a chance that I'm prepared to take, and I'm prepared to accept whatever risk is involved in being your wife, because I won't be happy any other way.
I want you more than anything in the world.
You have me.
And I would marry you again tomorrow, but I cannot do that in all good conscience.
Joe.
Look, I need time to make sure nobody has found out about Landrace. We should know that soon enough.
Okay. But I know that we belong together.
Yeah. Yeah, I just missed nailing Novak. Don't worry. I'll get him. I'm staying right here till I get another chance.
Don't keep us in suspense, darling.
I'm sorry, Ray. There's nothing else I can do.
You did this.
Ray, I made an attempt to protect my brother. Now, if I've hurt you, I think it qualifies as a big favor. You're better off without him.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare to presume to know what I need. Who the hell do you think you are? You never cared about what I needed.
He's undoubtedly right, you know. You never could have been sure why he would stay with you.
Just how much of this do you think I'm going to take?
Oh, about as much as I will, I'm sure. Mrs. Woodard, you and I and all our money are at a terrible disadvantage. It's very difficult for rich women to find men who aren't possessed by our money. Now, I know exactly how Kirk feels about my wealth, and I've accepted that. We have a perfect understanding. No more pretenses. I have my man for better or for worse, and I intend to keep him. You really are just about as insensitive as he said you were. Well, can't live with Kirk for that many years without developing a pretty thick skin. Do you want Mendenhall to pack for you, or do you want to pack for yourself? I'd like to leave immediately.
And, what happens to Amanda?
Amanda will go with us. We'll take her back to Switzerland to the sanatorium. She had excellent care there.
Oh, did she?
She will this time. Kirk?
Are you really going to let her do this to us?
No. I'm going to do this to us.
Dr. Ryan, I hope you won't hold Kirk personally responsible for your brother's accident. He usually uses other people to take care of his unpleasant manners.
Well, whether he had someone else do it or did it himself doesn't make much difference.
Oh, it does to him. I hope your brother's going to be all right very soon, really.
Thank you. Ray?
No. I changed my mind.
Not going to leave with Mr. Ryan? I sensed a history there. He's a very good-looking man if you happen to like younger men, and I understand you do.
No, I'm not leaving with Mr. Ryan. I'm not going anywhere till you answer a few questions, Catsy.
Dottie, how's he doing?
He's mostly conscious now.
That's weird. I thought someone from his family would be here.
Well, they were. His father just left to stretch his legs.
Hi. I just heard. How are you feeling?
Oh, about like you'd expect. Intracranial bleeding. The head's like a balloon. I feel like it's getting bigger all the time.
Well, it looks the same. I'm so sorry this happened.
Yeah, so am I. Trouble with being a doctor, when you know too much, you recognize symptoms.
Yeah, but the good thing is that you know recovery's possible. And it better be fast, because we can't handle the clinic without you.
You take care of it.
You know I will. Till you get back.
I'm hazy, but Mitch Bronsky. I wanted to come to you in the ER.
Oh, no.
I was busy with Amanda, and
I know.
then you were gone.
Well, I went to your mother's, as always. And she was just what I needed, as always.
Could you find out Amanda neuropsych?
Okay, I will. I don't want you to worry about that. I want you to rest and relax and get well. Just relax. Deep breaths. Can you turn up the audio on the monitor? Ferentino Power. Pat? Pat, can you hear me? Here. Get Dr. Coleridge, fast. Come on, Pat.
Coleridge, I see you.
Don't do this to me, Pat. Come on. Cardiac arrest. Code him!
Give me 125 millivolts.
Right.
Set?
Set.
All right, clear. Faith lidocaine, 100 milligrams. Is he breathing?
Not yet.
Make sure it's not infiltrating.
It's not.
All right, reset. 200 millivolts.
Set.
Set?
Yep.
All right, clear. My God, I think we've lost him.
You made it happen.
Ryan's Hope.
Please show him in Mendenhall.
Very good.
Or help him in, as the case may be.
In Carrickfergus.
Excuse me, singer. I appreciate it.
Kevin, St. Patrick's Day, can't you sing something Irish? No, I'm serious. I really can't believe it. First of all, you put up that sign, which is blue, and you're singing these incredibly sad, depressing songs. If you're an Irishman, you gotta broken everything to prove it.
Delia, let me tell you something. That St. Patrick's color in Ireland happens to be blue.
I know, Maeve, but we're in America now. I'm gonna sing a much better song than that. Come on, Ryan, help me. We'll sing a song, and before we know it, little John and Frank will be back to the parade. Okay. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure is like a
Oh, my! Oh, I missed you. How's your cold? You sure don't look sick.
I'm fine, and the party's all ready. Where's your friend?
We should be here soon.
Hello there, love. Did you get a lot of work done?
Well, some work and some play. I met a very interesting person invited to the party, if that's okay.
Oh, the more the merrier. Look, little one, why don't you go into the kitchen and get us some pretzels, all right? You know, you could do me a favor. If your friend, before she comes, would you have a talk with Siobhan? Joseph has left.
He left the country.
Yes, if she knew where he were, she would be right going after him.
Who? Talking about the people who haven't come back from the parade yet? Bobby, isn't Frank due back?
No, I don't know. When I cut out, him and Johnny and little John are going to go on the rest of the way.
Sounds like old times.
Yeah, I felt like it, too, except for missing Pat.
Well, at least he's better. We miss him, even though he is talking kind of funny. But at least the rest of the family's here. Little John has his daddy.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Jill.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Something wrong? No, yeah. I just miss Patty, that's all.
Oh, well, don't give up on Patrick. I'm sure he'll figure a way to get here.
Think he'll get out of the hospital?
If there's any justice.
Thanks, Dee. With Joe.
Speaking of justice or lack of it,
What happened?
he's gone to meet someone who has the power to save his life. If he will.
I have an appointment with Mr. Broom, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. I wasn't sure you were going to make it. I'll get him.
That won't be necessary. How do you do, Mr. Novak?
No! It's my own personal saint. We're celebrating.
I'm not letting you out of here. I don't care if the Pope is going to declare you a saint.
Roger, it's only across the... It's closer than radiology.
Even if you were going to declare me a saint.
Oh, we won't have to worry about that one.
I already the morning spent in a wheelchair getting a series of
tests.
Right, so why not a quick trip across the street?
To a bar. A party in a bar.
Oh, Roger, come on. Ryan's isn't any old bar.
Home. Why not let me reconstitute it? Get better at home.
Why do you even ask?
Reverberate. Why not let me convalesce at home?
You know as well as I do.
Look, it would make me feel better.
Look, you feel better right here. Look, as a matter of fact, there is something I will do for you.
What's that?
I'll have a drink for you.
Where?
At Ryan's, of course. I'll check you later.
Roger.
Not unless you're sober as a...
Judge.
Yeah, thank you. There are times when your brother reminds me of your father.
Me too.
I am going to be okay, you know.
I'm sure of it.
I've known of it all along.
Me too. Almost all along.
You weren't so sure when I died on you.
Well, there were moments.
But I've never been worried.
Oh, it's easy for you to say.
Why? Because I didn't know what was happening? I did, though. I saw it all. You were terrific.
Of course I was. You're here.
I saw how sad and frightened you were.
When you regained consciousness?
No. All the while you were working. Trying to get me to start breathing, my heart to beat. I wanted to tell you that it was going to be okay, but I couldn't.
Pat, what are you saying?
I had an out-of-body experience. I saw you and Roger and Nurse Lang working over me, and I knew that you were going to bring me around.
That's remarkable.
Well, it seemed perfectly natural at the time.
How far did it go? Because I've heard that people experience a passage through tunnel and then there's light at the end of it.
Yeah, but I never left the room. I was just watching it all. I felt very peaceful, confident, and I knew that it was going to be all right. And I just wished that I could have reassured you.
I wish you could have too.
Hey, so what do you really think about Roger now letting me get out of here?
I think he's being conservative, but then that's his prerogative.
Faith, get me out of here.
Oh, sure.
No, wait, I'm serious.
Even if I would, which I won't. How could I?
You put me in a wheelchair, you push me to the elevator, take me down, out the emergency exit,
And you
across
don't
the
think
street,
any of
nothing
it is
to
going to stop us? Everybody knows you.
Faith, I need to be in Ryan's
I
on
know,
St.
but
Patrick's Day. It's just therapeutic necessity.
Oh. All right, put your clothes on. Undo your pajamas and get back in bed.
All right,
in case
where are you
someone
going?
comes in. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hello, Seneca.
Ray, are they ready?
Helga has organized everything beautifully, as usual. Arlie is having some milk in the kitchen.
Good. I'll tell them I'm here.
Wait a minute. Where's that attaché case you're exchanging for my granddaughter?
As a matter of fact, I've had second thoughts about that.
You've had second thoughts about taking Arlie?
No, about holding on to her. I've decided I need that attaché case.
Seneca, we made a deal. You proposed it and I accepted it, and you are not getting Arlie until I get the attaché case.
Arlie and Helga are coming with me now.
Helga will not take that child anywhere without my permission.
Which you will give.
Bring the case.
Then it's your word against mine, isn't it? And I need more than words, Ray. I need proof that I saw you at that accident, ditching the attaché case. I also need the attaché case with your fingerprints all over it. Now, if I turn that over to you...
Then I am not turning Arlie over to you. Now get out of my house.
If I gave that case to you, I wouldn't make it to the elevator with Arlie before you'd be on the phone to your attorneys planning the strategy for getting her back, huh? Well, I don't want you that brave, Ray. I want you just a little bit scared so you don't dare meddle. Now, this is the way the deal is going to work. No charge of attempted manslaughter. I will not tell Frank Ryan what I saw.
Stop it. I've had enough of this. Frank Ryan always comes back to him, doesn't it? It's all his fault. I had a chance. I had a man who loved me, who still does love me this minute, and I can't be with him. I had everything in my hand. Kim, Kirk, Arlie, and he took it all away from me. Well, I am glad that his brother is getting better because I only want one of them on my conscience, and that one is Frank.
I'm taking Arlie and Helga with me now. I'm keeping the attaché case. Kim will not cause any trouble, and neither will you.
I'm gonna pay for this, Frank. I was on my way to meet him when I ran into Frank. I said I'm going away with Joe, explained it to the folks, don't try and stop me. He tried. I left anyway. But Joe was gone. There was a single rose left on the table. That was goodbye.
You did right. Siobhan, hate me for saying this.
I love you. And I love the rest of the family. We're together. And that's what I'm trying to think about. Instead of will I ever see him again, is he alive?
Sounds like the parade's coming our way.
Well, I got some things to attend to.
Sure, go in the kitchen. I'll meet you in there. Okay.
Gentlemen,
Frank?
step right up to the bar and select the beverage of your choice.
I've got it already.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the parade was great. You should have come.
Oh, I know I couldn't. I had to help out here. Could I have a talk with you about little John, about him meeting you and meeting me? And...
Oh, well, if it's about his stealing the bubble gum.
Yes, that's what it's about.
Gee, the kid feels awful guilty about that. He'll never do it again. Now, just let him be.
Bubby,
what happened to Johnny? Well, last I saw, he was in a bear hug with Farrell, and he was insisting you take him over and say hello to the mayor.
You may be
Kevin, come over here.
Oh, look who we've got here, Mr. Morgan. And Mr. Zalsky. Let me say Patrick's Day, Mr. Morgan.
Something wrong, Dave? Excuse me. Something wrong? Yes, this is a family party. I don't think politicians should be here. You mean Joe Bohannon and Bill Sosky? Look, they're old friends. They worked on Frank's first campaign for city council. And you spend every minute with them. What's wrong with that divorce, Siobhan? Delia, be happy, okay? Try.
Frank, we need 2 minutes. Step into the conference room, okay?
Hey, you two.
Jill!
Why not? Stop here now.
Jill, you forgot your bag.
Only give us 5 minutes. 5 minutes, please.
Okay, no details now, just the basics. We haven't got time. Frank, we've got a proposal for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting the
You're not
powwow?
interrupting a powwow, Ma. You're joining one. Come on over here. Step right in here. These gentlemen have a proposal.
In connection with a congressional seat about to be vacated.
By?
Now, we're not at liberty. Suffice it to say, it was definite yesterday morning. My first thought was call Frank in St. Louis. We call there, they tell us you're in New York. Is that kismet? Is that fate? Huh? You want to hear more? Yeah.
Can I have soda instead of hot chocolate?
Sure, whatever makes you happy.
Thanks.
That's what I want. Just you and me and your daddy to be happy.
We don't have
What have we here? It's Delia, I believe. Aaron, go bra, my pretty.
Back.
Joe, please.
Joe. You can leave us. Why did you come to see me, Joe?
Well, I assume you know my background.
You're famous. You're the nephew of my good friend Tiso Novotny and a close and admired friend of Alexei Vartova.
That's right.
God rest their souls. I understand you've had some trouble in New York.
I'm not sure how much you know.
I'd like to hear your side of it.
I suppose that my uncle told you that originally I wanted no part of the organization.
He told me.
It wasn't until I felt that he couldn't go on without my help that I agreed to get involved temporarily.
I know.
It was difficult for me because I had to lie to my wife. My loyalty was split between the two people I loved the most. When my wife learned that my loyalty to my uncle was stronger than my loyalty to her, she left me.
Doesn't she understand about family loyalty?
Oh, she understands only too well. She comes from a very close family, but one that has been committed to law enforcement for generations.
And now your wife,
She rejoined the police force a year ago.
And are you together again?
Well, we would like to be. I have a small business now, and we have a chance to start over, but there is the small inconvenience of a contract out of my life.
Again, because of your wife?
Because I killed Ace Landrace trying to protect my wife.
Ace Landrace was no great loss to the organization. He was a problem even to his own family. But there's a principle involved here.
I realize that.
See, it would seem to me that you and your wife are locked in a perpetual conflict of interest.
Yeah, well, neither of us wants to be. We would like to remarry and raise a family. She has agreed to transfer out of the organized crime unit. She'll expect no information from me.
So what do you want from me?
I'm asking for your blessing. I know that without it, there is no way I'll be able to survive outside the organization.
You are either very brave or very foolish. You do understand that if I feel that you're a threat to us, you won't leave this island alive.
I understand perfectly. It's the only course open to me, though.
I might be inclined to give you my blessing if you're inclined to do a favor for me in return.
Stay, and you're looking very good. Better than you're feeling, I gather.
I would be feeling fine if people didn't sneak up on me and stare at me.
Oh, does that happen to you, too?
That's Pat! That's Pat! It's Pat!
It is?
Yes, it is! Oh, don't tell me yet. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
1, go! 2, 3, 4, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Patrick Ryan! Excuse me, please.
How did you do it? I knew you would.
Charm, brains, an accomplice.
Oh, well, that explains it, yeah.
Ooh, Fletcher's all right. He's only staying for the main events. Mayor's song and Johnny's toast.
All right, as long as he sits. All right?
Okay, all right, you better sit down.
Save yourself. Your father will be a while yet, I think. Yes, I do indeed.
The guest is probably late. I think I'd better give her a ring. Hello. Would you connect me with Miss Marshall in room? I forgot the room number.
Marshall. We have no guests by that name, sir.
Well, sure you do. Her first name is Lee. L-E-I-G-H.
Ladies and gentlemen, go, please. Quiet, quiet. Please. Bobby, help me up. Here we go. Now it's time for the sweetest voice of them all.
Come on, Ryan.
Come on, go.
Oh, yes. Well,
Here we go.
This is a song, you know. We all know it. I sing it every year. But it has many fun memories, and it's always open to new meanings. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses fallen. 'Tis you must go while I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. For I'll be here in sunshine or in shadows. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
There's a first name with that spelling in 1206.
That's it, 1206. Would you ring her, please?
But she's not Marshall. She's Lee Kirkland.
No, that can... Kirkland?
Yes, sir.
Kirkland.
Shall I ring?
No. No, thank you. I think I made a mistake.
And you will bend and tell me that you love me. And I will sleep in
A big one.
Yes.
No.
sorry, late again.
Right.
But this time I have the perfect excuse. Now, how could I go to a St. Patrick's Day party at a place called Ryan's in anything but a green dress? So I had to go out and buy one. How do you like it?
Beautiful. Might as well take it off. Party's over.
Oh, I thought it would go on all afternoon. Oh, and I wanted to meet your daughter and the Ryans.
Invitation is withdrawn.
What, because I was late?
I invited Lee Marshall, not Lee Kirkland.
Tell you, Jono, I'll be glad when you're old enough to serve the beer.
I can do it now.
Legally, I mean.
If I do it now, will they arrest me?
No, me, or maybe your granddad. So if you want to see one of us in jail, start serving the beer, but make sure somebody reports it.
Granddad could get you out.
He might very well do that, but let's not test that theory.
Oh, little Dan, you don't look like you're having any fun at all. I'm having fun. Oh my goodness. What's the matter? Well, looks like someone almost slipped on my mat on my way out. Little John, that could be very dangerous. Why don't you go over there and fix it, okay? Before someone sues us, okay?
If they want you to run, it's got to be for Cliff's seat. So why is he stepping down? Have you heard any rumors?
Not a word. But somebody did say that the 17th congressional seat was up for grabs, but that's not till the fall.
Yeah, and Frank doesn't qualify for the 17th.
Yeah.
Bob, we'll find all that out later. Don't worry about it.
Right.
The big question now is...
You want to run.
Does he want to run? Look at that man's face.
I tell you, I wanted to get back to Washington since the day I left.
It's where I think you ought to be, Frank.
We all think that, but is it too soon?
Well, I hate to admit it, but I think a lot of people are still going to be concerned about the Woodard scandal.
I don't doubt that, Bob. I don't doubt that, but... I'm sure, as a matter of fact, that Azowski and Monahan must have put out feelers on that subject before they came around here to talk to us.
That's
right. I'm sure they did.
Would someone like to tell me if I think what is happening is really happening?
Well, nothing has happened yet, but Bill Azowski and Joe Monahan came by and want Frank to consider running for this congressional seat that's about to be vacated.
And you think that's nothing?
Well, he hasn't decided yet.
But it would be great, wouldn't it? It would be terrible.
Well, there's one vote we can be sure the other side will get, huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd love it, Frank. And all of Riverside would love it. And all of the city, country. In fact, the whole world would love it. I think it would be a terrible thing for Little John.
What are you talking about? Little John would love to see his dad back in Congress.
No, he wants him to be home, none of the campaign trail. Now, Frank just got home.
Well, gee, I'm here. Just talk to me here, not Bob.
You just got home, Frank.
Jono can be part of the campaign. He's old enough. He can help out. He'll probably have a heck of a good time doing it and probably learn a lot besides.
I don't think what he should be learning about right now is politics. Now, I know you all think I'm making a big deal about the bubblegum incident, but I'm afraid it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm really serious. I think it's a cry for help. I think it's a desperate SOS. He wants Frank's love.
Hey, what are you talking about? Little John has had more love. He's had more attention than any kid in Riverside.
Okay, there's a loving family here, but that's just grandparents and aunts and uncles. It is no substitute for an absentee father. Does anybody want another beer?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Jill, let me get it.
No, Bobby, please. It's my pleasure. Frank, if you want to discuss this at another time.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Now, Bobby, if you don't want to talk about it right now, I mean, you could get out there and...
Aren't you being a little bit premature? Frank hasn't even decided if he's going to run yet?
Well, I want to talk with him about it before he decides. Maybe we should talk about this in private.
No. You go ahead right now. And if you think there's a problem, I want to hear about it. But I must tell you that I have not sensed anything really important to worry about with respect to Jonathan.
Of course not.
This is my problem and Frank's problem. If you don't
It's
worry.
no problem.
The last person in the world that little John wants to reveal his true feelings to is you. Do you understand that?
Why?
Because he's afraid that if he says something to you and he upsets you, that you're going to want to leave. It's a very tense time for him right now. And he just dreams about having his father back here and having the whole family back together again. See, he can't count on you. And he's afraid, Frank, that you're going to stay home for a while and then you're going to leave again. And maybe he has a right to feel afraid. I mean, look what happened when your political cronies came over here. Frank, did you look at his face? He was so disappointed and so lonely, and he was trying not to cry.
Oh, Dee, you're stretching it down.
No, I am not at all. Little John was expecting a family party, and all of a sudden there were all these strangers all around Frank. They whisked him in here for some kind of secret meeting, and little John did not feel welcome at all,
Well, he
Frank.
was perfectly welcome, Dee.
He didn't know that.
Dee, he's not shy. I mean, he'd be here right now if he wanted to be. He has a life of his own.
Okay, Frank. Now, I understand that you don't want to feel that little John is insecure. Now, when I face that fact, I feel very, very guilty about it. But Maeve and Johnny and myself, we have been working very hard to make sure that little John feels good about himself. And Bobby, too. Bobby, you've been absolutely wonderful. But Frank, do you understand something? We have failed because we are no substitute for a father. His own father in his own house. Now, a lot of politicians, they don't run for office because their family doesn't want them to.
Oh, boy, I am so stupid.
What's the matter?
I left my purse on the bar.
Anything missing?
Yeah, $40, two $20 bills.
Pretty pleased with yourselves, aren't you?
I'm pleased to be home.
Well, you have to realize that there's a security guard who's in a lot of trouble over at Riverside, not to mention a certain lady doctor.
She was only following instructions. I take full responsibility.
Yeah, well, what about my responsibility as your physician? You have no respect for my opinion?
There's an answer to that question I know you'd like. I know there is, but because of my current malediction, I can't think of it. Malady. I meant malady.
Yeah, which is exactly why I wanted you in Riverside.
I am speaking whole sentences with words in almost perfect order, without any slurring. I'm beginning to feel like my old self again, and I know that I'll recuperate much faster right here at home.
Well, if you think that I'm going to wrestle you all the way back across the street, you're a worse judge of character than I thought.
Hey, way to go, Roger. Have another drink.
That was a perfectly sober decision.
No, I know it was, and I like it.
Well, I think I will have a refill. I have to trust your instincts as a doctor as well as a patient. You, however, I will never turn my back on again.
What else is new?
Yeah, I think I'll have to retaliate with some private little torture.
Oh, no, like what?
Oh, like punk rock music, full blast on the stereo beneath you.
There is no way you torture yourself like that.
On the nights that I'm off and you're in.
Something tells me I'm going to be spending a lot of nights at the clinic. Speaking of which, I should call.
Who's minding the store?
All the non-Irish among us. Actually, we have quite a few extras helping us out. So I'd better check on them.
Oh, I hear you're putting in extra hours at the clinic. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, you can make it up to me when I take my cruise.
I'll do that. Who are you taking with you, by the way?
Hi, Maria. It's Faith. Is
Neither of
everything
you
all right?
For sure. Anything?
Good. Now, are we all set for the night shift? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be in. He is doing beautifully. In fact, I'm looking at him right now, and Roger just officially discharged him so he can recuperate at home. Mm-hmm. Oh, he did? Did she leave a return number? Yeah? When was that? Did she say how she was? No, you did the right thing. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Bye. Amanda called you at the clinic.
She called? Herself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maria spoke to her. She told her that you were a patient at Riverside, and Amanda sounded very distressed and got off the phone rather quickly.
Where's the number?
It's right here.
She upset must be. Maria shouldn't told.
Pat, just calm down.
Operator, Switzerland, I want to call. Yeah, sorry. She's the internal operator, international operator. Oh, yes, officer?
Look, Pat, let Faith take care of the phone call. You come down, sit.
All right.
Relax.
Hello? Yes, we're calling Lucerne, Switzerland, and the number is 4141-836-469.
A person-to-person call.
Yes, could I make that person-to-person to Miss Amanda Kirkland?
Couldn't turn that one around. Person to person.
No, I'd rather wait. Thank you. I forgot to ask Maria what time she called. Yes. No, I'll speak to the party who answered. That's fine. Yes, I'm trying to locate Miss Amanda Kirkland. I see. Can you tell me his name? Dr. Gabrielle? Yes, is he there?
Same doctor before.
I understand. Will he be at this number tomorrow? So we'll call tomorrow. That's fine.
Tell her I'm all right.
Okay, ma'am, could I leave a message, please? Please tell Miss Kirkland that Dr. Ryan is fine. He is at home now. No, I understand, but I think the message would be very reassuring to Miss Kirkland. Yes. Will you please try to give her the message? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Amanda was not allowed any messages or calls without the doctor's supervision. And I didn't say we were returning the call in case she wasn't supposed to make it in the first place.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, call her doctor now.
But he wasn't there. In fact, they didn't give me the home phone.
Call information.
It's 6 hours later there. The best thing to do is wait and call the hospital first thing in the morning. That might be a better way to open lines of communications.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Okay? I know it's not like I'm talking to Amanda herself, but I think this person will give her the message. She sounded very sympathetic.
Good. Thanks.
We know she's okay. She called Maria. She talked to her.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, though, now that we're so good at breaking out of hospitals, how would you like to take a little trip with me?
Oh, no. You can't be serious. Can you?
The class, too, is terrific.
At least women who do it for money are open and above board about it. No pretenses, but you. You did it for information. All the time pretending there was real emotion involved.
Now, just a minute.
There is no Lee Marshall in room 1206. Room 1206 is occupied by a Miss Kirkland. Miss Lee Kirkland. You set me up, lady.
No, I did
You
not.
want to know what I had on your father? So you decided to have a personal relationship with me? You jumped into my bed. Well, what better way to get a guy to loosen up and
Now,
talk?
look, that's not the way that it happened.
How much research did you have to do to find out my likes and dislikes, huh? All those things that we had in common, right? Remember there was the cold pasta and Puccini and Dante? What coincidences? Why, you really did your homework well.
Do I get to say something now?
You can talk all you want. When I'm finished and out that door, I don't want any more lies, no more manipulation. I just dropped by to let you know why you won't be hearing from me anymore.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. You're going to stay right there until I get to explain myself.
No, thanks, honey. You're too good a liar.
No lies. Just the truth, simple and unvarnished the way you like it. All right. You're right. I did originally try to get to know you to get information out of you, but not the information that you think. I wanted to find out what had happened to my sister, and I wanted to find out why my mother and father had left town so suddenly.
Why didn't you ask them?
Because I knew they'd never give me the straight story.
Truth being foreign to a Kirkland, huh?
I'm telling you the truth right now. My motives may not have been entirely honorable to begin with, but it only took me 10 minutes to realize that my interest in you went way beyond anything that you might be able to tell me about my family.
10 minutes?
20 minutes, half an hour? I wasn't holding a stopwatch. What I'm trying to tell you is that once I got to know you, all I was interested in was you.
You even forgot who you were.
Yes, I did, in a way. At least it seemed that way. Look, I thought we were getting to know each other on a level that was deeper than name tags and labels, okay? And if all I'd wanted from you was information, I would have been gone the minute I had it.
Unless you figured there was more to come.
I quit figuring anything except getting to know you.
We spent 3 days and 3 nights together. Not once did you remember that you lied to me about your last name. You told me you were a real estate agent for the Kirkland place. Didn't it ever cross your mind to clear up that little misconception?
Yes, of course it did.
Then why didn't you?
Because I was afraid of your reaction. I was afraid you were going to do just exactly what you're doing now.
You haven't begun to experience my reaction. It doesn't matter that you changed your mind shortly after meeting me. What matters is I told you how I felt about lies and half-truths and manipulation.
Yes, you did. You gave an impassioned lecture on the subject.
And you kept right on lying.
I tried to tell you.
When?
Just before your daughter called. I was on the verge of it. And then after you hung up the phone, it just didn't seem like the right time. I didn't want to ruin the moment.
There is no right time for the truth. You ruined more than a moment, Miss Kirkland. You ruined possibilities. Huh, what difference does it make? All based on a false premise anyway.
Yes, I guess it was all a fantasy. I thought those days in your apartment were too good to be true.
Nothing's good that's based on a misrepresentation.
Well, then that includes you, because you misrepresented yourself as an understanding and a fair-minded person. We both made mistakes about each other. My father was absolutely right about you. He said that you were small-minded and sanctimonious.
Yeah? When was that?
We had a conversation soon after one of the columns you wrote.
That when you decided to get me?
Why ask me a question when you're going to be suspicious of the answer no matter what it is?
I suppose because hope springs eternal.
Hope? You hope I'm going to come up with some hideous truth so that you can reform and rehabilitate me. No, thank you. You want me to just stand in a corner to expiate my sins or something? There's nothing in this world, Mr. Finelli, that I dislike so much as abuse. So I'd appreciate it very much if you just got the hell out of here.
With pleasure. Understand, I consider you dishonest and manipulative in the most fundamental way. And I regret having exchanged so much as an hello with you. I hope you can take the dress back.
Oh, you arrogant, you...
Maybe you only thought you had them.
No, I distinctly remember slipping him into my billfold because I only had a couple of singles and some change.
You still got the ones left?
Yeah, I've got the ones, but the 2 20s are missing.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't lose the whole wallet.
No, that's true. I guess I should consider myself lucky. Besides, my keys and my credit cards are still here. A professional would have ripped off my apartment.
Where did you say you left it?
At the end of the bar. I know, dumb, real dumb.
Was that bag lady at the bar this afternoon?
What bag lady?
Oh, there was this bag lady that was at the bar, and Kevin said it was okay. I knew there would be a problem with that. I knew it.
Well, Dee, did you see her in here again this afternoon?
Well, no, but she might have had one of her friends come over, you know, and told them they were welcome.
No, it could have been anybody. It was a mob scene out there a half hour ago. Anyway, it's just money.
Yeah.
Oh, just money. How nice it would be to be rich so that money doesn't even matter at all.
Dee, why don't you come clean? Did you take it?
How could you say that?
Just kidding. You're always talking about not having enough money.
Well, I need $155,000. $40 wouldn't do me very much good.
Oh, look, let's not worry about it. It's gone, and it taught me to be more careful than it's worth.
Maybe I'll take a check outside, see if anybody's spending any extra money.
If they are, Bobby, I don't think they'd be spending it here.
But the more I think about it, the madder it makes me. I mean, somebody's sticking their little fingers in my purse.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Oh, Jill has a problem.
What?
What's in your vest pocket, General?
Money?
How much money?
2 $20 bills?
Where'd they come from?
I found them.
natural. You'll never go back to thick.
Tonight, the renegades go behind bars in a dangerous undercover prison operation to sting the mastermind behind a school for crime. Then a beautiful newsreel reporter tricks Jake into flying into a nest of assassins on the Gold Monkey. Can Daisy stop Cliff from divorcing Nina? Watch All My Children following FYI with Hal Linden next on ABC.
Very good.
Plan A, and then you needn't wait up.
Yes, sir.
You're awake. That's good. You want a drink?
No, thanks. Why wouldn't I be awake?
Well, a lot of people go to sleep at this hour, but I guess the rich are different.
When the rich receive a phone call that an individual is drunk and about to pay a call, the rich tend to stay awake. If the individual is obnoxious and insufferable to boot, the rich stay right awake.
Still busy having the last word, huh?
That's right.
Well, I don't much care for that.
So?
So? Now it's my turn.
For the last word.
Right.
Something beyond manipulative, deceitful female, etc., etc.?
Yeah. And beyond, so long, sucker.
That offended you. Wonderful.
Okay. Now you hear me.
Oh, so you're going to run.
I'm going to run.
Oh, God love you.
And God help me.
Oh, Francis, we did enough of this downstairs at the party. I'm not a sack of flour to be thrown from one place to another.
No, Mom. Now, take your shoes off, feet up, and relax.
Oh, I know what the prospect of a campaign does to you, and I'm not going to ask you to be sitting still, but you just let me be.
Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Sit up, lean forward, now lean back. Now, how's that? Is that comfy?
Oh, wonderful.
Now,
Sit yourself down.
yes, Mom.
Yes, good.
Now, I may be just a trifle wound up.
Oh, you may be that. And is it a wonder with the wild day you had today? Oh, it does feel good to be off my feet.
Yeah. Ryan's was really jumping today, huh?
Oh.
Maybe I better go down and help Dad lock up.
Yeah, he's still gabbing away with Joe Monahan. You know, you're not the only one that's been itching to climb back into the political arena.
No, I think he must have signed up about 50 volunteers already.
Or more. He's got the sign-in sheet along the side of the cash register. Don't stuff any envelopes, you get no change.
Now, the man is a natural-born strategist. He should have been a general.
Oh, he'd just as soon be the general's father. Oh, we're so happy for you and proud of you. We're all going to pitch in whatever way we can. That goes for the whole family, including little John.
Thanks, Ma, thanks. You know something? It's the last thing in the world I expected. I mean, to be able to have the chance to get back in the ring. Especially after the way I got, well, shall we say, burned the last time. And when Monahan and Azovsky came by and waved that flag in front of me, I tell you, I was off like a shot. I mean, just the idea of getting back in the race to discuss the issues, you know, to get the voters involved in the process, to know that they could change things and make that system work. I felt like I'd never been away. That's my son, she says.
He did.
Oh, you should have been up here when we were making the big decision. Bobby was over on the phone trying to put the bite on O'Brien for some money, and Jill had all my old campaign files out on the floor, and then Siobhan comes in with Finn. He goes all over the files, you know, walking on them. I mean, it was great. Oh, Billy was here, too.
And little John.
No, he turned in on the early side.
Ah, God bless that child. He can go in a mile a minute and then just fall into bed and stay put for the rest of the night.
Yeah. God bless him indeed. You know, there's one reason I'd give up the whole idea of running. That's if it caused problems for Jono.
Why do you say a thing like that? Why would it be a problem for him?
Well, it'd be a problem for him because he might be a kid who needs attention and his father has no time for him.
Are you speaking about that box of bubble gum that he took?
Yeah, partly.
Now, may I remind you of a certain chocolate turkey that disappeared off the counter of the local drugstore not so many years back?
Yeah, well, I told him that story about how bad my swipe had and then got caught and then swore off the life of crime, and he liked that story, too. But, well, something happened today, Ma. Jill left her purse on the bar, and someone lifted 2 20s out of it.
Oh.
A few minutes later, Jono comes strolling by with a couple of bills sticking out of his vest pocket. 2 20s. Says he found them under the front doormat. No, I know. That's what Jill thinks. I wish I could agree with her. I want to believe him. But the facts just do not line up. And Delia's been so full of the boy's desperation and his need for me this last year, and let's face it, I have not been a full-time father to him. There's no getting around it.
Oh, Francis, good heavens. I mean, the boy has missed John on a daily basis, no doubt about that. But he had John and me and his mother, whatever, to whatever extent that is. I mean, he's been fine. If Delia's talking about desperation, you know, you're best just listen to the source.
Well, Ma, it's not as if I buy her story, but her viewpoint, and it's not I accept it completely, but I am concerned. Especially after this $40 incident. I mean, I don't want to overreact and give him the wrong kind of attention, but at the same time, I don't want to stick my head in the sand either. The idea of campaigning and having my son at home thinking and doing God knows what. I don't know. How did you and Da raise 5 of us?
I'm not sure. Essentially one day at a time.
It's not a bad approach.
No, not entirely.
You know, I could probably do that briefly.
Ah, I'm sure you could. Especially since that's usually the way you handle little John.
Yeah, well, I'll just have to wait till the morning, and I'll talk to him and see what happens then.
There is absolutely no point to worrying, my dear.
No, I guess not. You gonna call it a night, then?
Yes, I just want to go in and see how little John's doing and make sure that he's tucked in.
First, I'll tell you what I don't want. I don't want your kind of last word. Name-calling, fool, idiot, liar. Even if it fits, I don't want that.
Oh, that's nice. You name the names you're not calling me. I like it. Having your cake and eating it, too, isn't it? Oh, but plow on, Bourbon. It's so interesting.
What?
The way it oils the tongue for some people. Go on, talk.
And you call me condescending.
And you called me dishonest.
And I was right.
So was I. Who is it? Oh.
Shall I pour?
Yes. It needs a steady hand. Sorry. You were saying?
That's it. That's the word. The last one, and it's going to come from you.
The word being?
Sorry. What's this?
Plan A.
Plan A. What's Plan B? Sick the dogs on him? Plan C? Mug him in the alley?
He was the cops. No C, just don't ever let me hear the name Finale again. You want an apology from me? Did I get that right?
Yep.
Drink that, and then go away.
You owe me an apology.
For what? For not being a saint? Do you ask all your friends to be perfect? What friends? Who can stand you?
I don't consider you a friend.
Oh, good. You're somewhat in touch with reality.
Because any friend of mine has to take serious things seriously. My friends are imperfect people, as I am imperfect.
Another ray of light?
But when it comes to serious things, they are serious.
Are they really? What is a serious thing by your definition?
Act of trust. Simple as a handshake, maybe.
Simple as making love, maybe?
Right. And you didn't take it seriously, Lee.
Did you? Did it mean something to you? Did I?
Fool, would I be here otherwise?
Idiot, would I be tolerating you otherwise? I took everything about you seriously.
I don't believe you, Lee.
The hell you don't, Jack.
What are you saying? That I'm lying?
La mia persona parvola sostenne una passione nuova, tal che io rimasi di poro paura pieno. And then my very being was overcome by a new passion that filled me with fear. You're scared.
Yeah, sure. I'm quaking in my boots.
You're terrified. So am I.
Why are you here? I work here. As a matter of fact, I'm the chief of neurology.
Yeah, well, is there an emergency I should know about?
No.
Oh, you mean you're just here to look for your mail? My God, what am I doing here? Look, I don't mean to pry. It's just I had visions of you home tonight with your daughter. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, the word's out, huh?
Well, I just happened to talk to Ray.
Oh. How's she doing?
In the wake of Hollis Kirkland, well, not wonderfully, but she'll survive. Do you mind if I ask you a direct question?
About Kirkland?
About Arlie. Ray just letting her go.
Ask away.
What I don't understand is Ray just turning Arlie over to you. I mean, how did that happen? I don't get it.
Well, maybe she was so upset about Kirkland she couldn't worry about the baby. In any event, Roger, I'm not inclined to question my good fortune. I'm just very, very grateful. Good night.
But, you know, with Kirkland leaving, I think that Ray holding on to her grandchild would mean even more to her.
Unless the baby were a constant, painful reminder.
Yeah, but Ray would never let
Roger,
Arlie...
Roger, do I know what makes a Ray Woodard tick, really?
Maybe, in this case.
Seneca, hello.
Hi.
Oh, Roger, my man, this is excellent luck.
Are you all right?
Step right over here. Sit down, make yourself comfortable, relax. Light a cigar. No, I will light it for you. While you are writing, oh dear, no cigars. Never mind, never mind. I'll buy you one tomorrow. Here.
She's drunk.
I'm not sure yet.
Gentlemen, I am pleased, period. And a touch excited. Did I ask you if you had your checkbook?
She's not drunk. Yes, I have it. What's it to you?
Well, you were at the St. Patrick's Day party. Well, didn't you hear that Frank was running in a special primary?
Yeah, I couldn't help it. John wouldn't give me change for 10 until I signed up. Look, are you here at this hour getting funds for Frank's campaign?
No, for the Ryan for Congress committee. And we would very much appreciate your check for, $5,000.
$5,000? Jill, you're worse than D. I am not made of money, and even if I were, I wouldn't give him $5,000. I've never, ever been a big fan of Frank Ryan's.
Okay. Let me put it this way. You love me?
Oh, please.
Oh, come on, Raj. Now, listen. You cannot deny that Frank is an excellent public servant, and you are a good friend of Patrick's, even if you are not Frank's friend. Now, think about Patrick. Think about his troubles and how excited he would be if Frank wins. Do it for Patrick.
I can go 5,000.
What?
Yeah, I'll drop it off with Johnny.
Oh, thanks.
Seneca, thank you.
Sure. Good night.
Good night.
I'll go 3,000.
Plus 2. For Pat.
Oh, come on.
Okay, for Delia.
Delia?
Roger, we need rent and a month's security on the storefront first thing in
All right,
the morning.
Spare me. Frank Ryan for Congress committee.
An investment in good government is money well spent.
Yeah, well, this has nothing to do with government. It has to do with my sister. Looking happier and more alive than she has in months. Now, please, tell me that Frank is not the reason.
That I'm happy? Oh, it's not him. It's the campaign, the competition, the organizing, the winning. Raj, you know how I am.
Yeah, I do.
Fine. Oh, thanks for this. I love you.
You're welcome. Now, tell me the truth. Are you sure you're not in love with Frank Ryan again?
Oh, no more in love with him than I am with, Dave, Johnny, Siobhan, Patrick. Raj, would you stop staring at me?
money, did Daddy tell you about it?
Oh, you mean about the money that you found?
Jill's money got stolen. It was a coincidence. It really was.
Well, then don't be upset about it. That'll all work out.
Daddy says he wants to believe me.
Well, of course he does. Of course he does.
What if he can't?
That'll be the problem. All you have to do is tell the truth.
I told the truth.
Yes? Are you sure? You really told the truth?
Yes.
Well, then that's nothing to worry about then. All right? Now, you snuggle back down. Let me tuck in. There you go. Now, say your prayers.
Yes. Sometimes I don't, but tonight I did. A lot.
That's my sweet lad. Sleep with the angels.
Lan?
Yes?
Do tell Daddy it was a coincidence, please.
What is it?
I have to tell you something, Frank. Because I can't take it anymore. I heard little John. I feel like I'm going to die. I love him so much. I love him. He's going to hear me. He's going to hear me.
Is it about the money? Did you talk to her?
It's about the money.
Dee, I asked you just to let him be for tonight.
I didn't go to see him.
What then?
I heard May talking to him. I heard him so much. He's my baby.
Oh, gee, I am lost here. Would you mind? Specifically, what did you hear? I mean, what did you do? All right. Take it easy. It's not that bad. Don't worry.
It is. Frank, he's an innocent baby. And I made everybody think that he's a terrible thief. I'm responsible. Not little John. Not you. It's me. Because he listens to me and I tell him all the wrong things. I am responsible. You hate me, don't you? I don't blame you. I know you must hate me.
I don't hate you.
Yes, you do.
No.
Why don't you?
Oh. That's a complex question. Look, Dee, I know that you've done your best by Jono. You've been the only day-to-day parent he's had this last year. I know it's been a rough one for you. It's been hard on you. Matter of fact, I was just thinking about that, and well, the fact is that I do have to pitch in more. I have to see him in the morning when he gets up. I have to see him at breakfast. I have to see him when he comes home from school and so on. Because that's the only way that Jono's going to know that it's not just Daddy on the weekends and Daddy for summer vacation. But it's full time now. That Daddy's back for good. Why, if it hadn't been for the stunt with the bubble gum, I might never have known.
When Billy called about him stealing the gum, I couldn't believe it. I had no idea about that. I was shocked.
Well, I know. Anyway, if it hadn't been for him acting it out and you making me take a real hard look at things, I might have gotten off on the wrong foot with this primary deal. You know, all work, no time for Jono, but that's not going to happen now. So, thank you.
I'm glad you're home.
Me too. Now, we got this all settled about you being the cause of all Jono's problems and me hating you and you hating you?
Sort of. I think.
Good night.
Frank?
Yeah?
What about Jill's money?
Well, I'll talk to Jono again in the morning and go back over his story, find out how he got a hold of the bills, and just retrace his steps. The truth will come out. I just hope it's in his favor.
You're scared? How?
The situation. Running away with me. Of not being in control? What is this? Forget it. Look, I know it's true, but I can't explain it, and if you need an explanation, then you're never going to understand anyway, so I'm very sorry. There. Sorry. You got your last word.
I don't want it anymore.
Great.
I never did.
Why don't we stop wasting each other's time, okay?
No. Because you're right. I am scared. Because it was serious. And it is. You gave me the power to hurt you. And I used it. I apologize. Lee? I apologize.
Thank you.
We haven't been trying to have the last word.
No.
We've been trying to hold on. There's an easier way.
You sure?
On Ryan's Hope, breakfast in bed leads to a morning of romance. And Amanda's in for quite a surprise. Ryan's Hope.
It's just terrific. How you feeling, sweetheart?
Oh, better and better. How does she look?
Only beautiful. And relaxed. Weight of the world off your shoulders.
I feel like I'm home, and I haven't even been back to my house.
What do you want in your coffee?
Black, thanks. Everybody's been so nice to me, Pat and Faith. Got my old job back at the clinic.
Well, why shouldn't you?
And Faith let me stay with her last night.
However, Faith's cupboards were absolutely bare and had exactly one egg to my name. So we decided to come here for breakfast.
Good, good.
And it seems like it's been weeks since I've had a real breakfast.
Oh, for shame.
I know.
And you a doctor. My son, the doctor, wouldn't approve.
No, you wouldn't.
Where is Pat? Is he here?
No, he's still asleep.
Good. Rest is essential. Now, you've got to enforce that. He can't overdo.
Gosh, it's hard to remember. I'm so used to him going on, working weird hours, never getting tired.
You've all got to police that.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure he gets his R&R, okay?
Sure.
Oh, I want to write him a note. Will you take it up to him when you go?
Oh, sure. Listen, I'll go work on some bacon and eggs. Huh?
Great. Sounds good.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Well, you go to the zoo at 2 o'clock, and that's me. See the little F?
Oh, picture shorthand. Yeah, we've done it forever. Oh, I didn't know. That you and Pat were so close.
We've been friends all our lives.
As in boyfriend ever?
There was a time when that might have been the case, but things happen. And I think the important thing is that Pat is an essential part of my life.
Mine, too. You know, I feel like I've known him longer than I have. We tuned in so quickly right at the beginning.
I know that feeling.
Do you feel that way about Sergeant Bronsky? Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's out of line. I just thought you were saying
No,
him.
well, there's no way you could have known. Mitch was killed in the line of duty. He was shot. In fact, it happened the night that you were readmitted to Riverside. Frank.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Frank, do you know Miss Amanda Kirkland? This is Frank Ryan.
Amanda, great. Yeah, my brother told me you were home.
You did?
Yeah.
He told me a lot about you.
I shudder to think.
No, good mostly. He told me you played football, but I didn't know you were a runner.
You see, it's all innuendo and half-truths.
Frank is always on the run. In fact, he is running for Congress. Jill told me this morning, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I better get this jacket before I forget. Excuse me.
Congress? Really?
Yeah, House of Representatives. You and your sister are cordially invited to work on my campaign.
Wait, my sister... What do you know about Lee?
morning. Oh, lovely. Come in, please.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. At the table, madam, or...
Bed, please.
I believe you will enjoy the plum preserves. They're from Nova Scotia. Or perhaps you may prefer the Scottish marmalade. Huh? The white toast is to the left, the whole wheat to the right. Will there be anything else?
Everything's just grand, thank you, Parker.
Sir?
I'm fine.
Oh, I just adore these little egg cups. Now, the ones that we have on the West Coast are more elaborate. In fact, they're rather valuable antiques, but these are real charmers, don't you think?
Terrific. Tell me something. How did Parker know to bring service for two? Did Mendenhall discreetly pass the word?
No, Mendenhall's on vacation. He's seeing his family for a few days in Buffalo.
Well, I'm just glad that he... how did Parker know? Intuition? Did you leave him a note? Or does he always turn up with two breakfasts just in case?
Now, how do you want me to answer that?
Well, I thought that we had an understanding on that kind of thing.
You made your preferences known. I don't believe I signed anything.
Son of a gun. This is it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
La dolce vita, the sweet life.
How do you like it?
Well, marmalade's good.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't answer my question.
I'm really tempted to embroider, but I won't. It's just that in any house my mother runs, when you get up in the morning, you can ring for breakfast in your room. I rang twice.
It doesn't bother you?
What?
The butler finding me in your bed.
Why should it?
Would you just a little matter of decorum, privacy, appearances?
It appears you spent the night with me.
True.
Okay, so what's the problem? Jack, you can't keep changing the rules.
What rules?
The naked truth and nothing but. Now, that's what you were demanding yesterday, isn't it? Or doesn't Parker count? Isn't he somebody?
Oh, no, wait a minute. You're garbling a perfectly reasonable attitude.
No, I'm merely pointing out the inconsistencies. Now, the truth is that you and I spent the night together. You are apparently concerned with protecting Parker from that fact, and that, Jack, is profoundly disrespectful.
Oh. All right, okay. You made your point.
Your point?
Don't beat me over the head with it. I get the message. It'll just take a little getting used to.
Enjoy your breakfast.
Well, that's not quite what I had in mind.
Oh, did you want something else? Jack, I just poked my egg.
Well, you can ring the kitchen again. You can ring them twice, in fact.
You know, you're adapting rather well.
My sister in New York, do you know where?
The Fifth Avenue house? I think that's what I heard.
Oh, goodness, I gotta go.
Johnny said he's sorry about the eggs, that he got a delivery, but he's starting right
Yeah,
now.
well, I can't stay. I can't eat. I have to go home right away. My sister's home.
Well, I guess that's good.
It's incredible. Oh, thanks for everything, and tell Pat that I'll get in touch with him, and it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
So long. Family ties.
Sisters mean a lot, especially when you've just lost your parents, so to speak.
Yeah, she seems pretty good.
Yeah, she is, thank goodness, because she's been through a lot.
So have you lately.
Yeah, but I'm okay. I'm going to tell your father to cancel.
No, leave it. I'll handle it when it comes. Here, sit down a minute, will you? I haven't been avoiding you, you know. It's just we haven't happened to connect outside the hospital. Things were pretty wild here the night of the party, and I guess
Frank, it's all right. This is awkward for both of us, so. But it's already starting to wear off.
Well, in any case, I just wanted to say how sorry I am about Mitch Bronsky.
Thank you. I didn't know him for very long, but I'm sure grateful for the time that I did know him.
You are due for something good to happen.
Yeah. No, it has. It has. Patrick pulled through, and my life is really filled up with the clinic now, and I have a good friend, a very dear friend, who's running for Congress, so I thought in my spare time I would help out on his campaign. Listen, it's good to have you home. For all of us. And especially for the look on your mother's face.
You are being awfully generous considering the way I left. I felt pretty bad about that now and then.
I think it worked out for the best. I know that now. I didn't at the time, but it's all become clear.
Yeah, well, that was so for me. I just had to hope it was for you, too.
It was painful, yes. But we've given it time to heal. I mean, this is the proof. Here we are, and it's much easier than I thought it would be. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not hurt anymore. And I know in my heart that leaving the way you did was a very loving thing to do. And being truthful, that was loving. And the fact that you didn't stick around here with Jill under my nose, that was caring. Because I know it was hard for you, because this is basically where you belong with all of us.
I'll give you that.
And it gave me my sister back. Jill and I are closer now than ever. So I gotta thank you for that.
Lee!
Yes?
Oh, my little Parker, I'm back. Lee! Is it true my sister's here?
Yes, she is, miss, upstairs, but she's,
Oh, if she's asleep, she can just wake up. Do you know how long it's been since we've laid eyes on each other?
Oh, miss, I
Don't
wouldn't...
worry, I'll wait for a plenty of time.
Seneca.
Good morning, Ray. We need to talk.
Why, what's wrong? Is Arlie all right?
No. Arlie's fine. She settled in like she never left. She's well and she's happy.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm happy too. Happier than I've been for a long time, which is why I'm here.
I don't understand.
Nothing is going to rock that boat.
What could rock it, Seneca? You're in complete control. I can't even see my granddaughter without your say-so.
Oh, now, come on, Ray. You can see Arlie any time you want. You know that. Just call Helga and make arrangements. Now, I want my daughter to have strong relationships with her family. You and I know Kim never could have given her that.
Maybe you can't give what you never had yourself. In any case, Kim is perfectly satisfied. I had a call. She's settling into the outback. She loves her movie, and you're ecstatic having your daughter back, and who knows? Probably Arlie is ecstatic being with you. So, everybody's happy.
Yeah, seems everybody's happy but Ray.
Am I supposed to be happy too, Seneca? Is that part of the blackmail deal? Well, I'm not going to bathe in self-pity. That's boring and unproductive, although I do think that I probably have grounds. I've just lost the man that I've loved for half my life. And my granddaughter and my daughter, whom I'm enraged to find I'm missing. But I am not going to grieve in public if that's what you're worried about.
Well, you're going to have to watch yourself in private, too. Roger knows something's up.
Oh, that's ridiculous. All he knows is that Kim dumped Arlie for a movie part, which is completely in character. He does not know that I made it happen or you forced me to it.
But he does know you. He knows something is fishy about you letting Arlie go. Now, he's asking questions, Ray.
Which you will answer and which I will answer. He doesn't have to find out anything.
He can't. Which is why I came here. Now, the biggest threat to the status quo is anybody finding out that you were the one responsible for Pat Ryan's accident.
I am well aware of that, Seneca.
That could lead to a major scandal, not to mention a prison sentence. It could also bring Kimberly back from Australia and start a whole new battle over Arlie.
It could also allow me to ram your blackmail threat down your throat.
Which is tough to do from a prison cell. Now look, Ray, all I'm saying is be careful, especially around Roger. Now, I know that he's given you emotional support from time to time.
I am not crying on Roger's shoulders, Seneca. Or anyone else's, because I'm not crying. What I am feeling when I'm able to feel anything at all is rage, and it is